Hi, hello. I want to plead that you watch this video till the end. If you don't watch till the end, you will misunderstand what I am talking about in this video. Thank you and God bless you. All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is the End Time Truth Television channel. We urge you to subscribe to the channel, activate the bell icon by selecting all so that the next time we upload a new video, you will be among the first persons to be notified by Google. I'll be seeing you in the next video. Till then, shalom. Yeah, the title you saw was not a clickbait. It was what somebody wrote, that Bushiri took his organs. Yeah, but you will have to be patient when you will get to the part where you will hear what happened actually, how Bushiri took this organ from this young man, and how he found out, or whatever it was that actually transpired. But before then, do you know this? Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching me from. Wherever you are, my courtesy is extended to you. God bless you. If you notice, there's a question here. Do you notice that Ugly Truth never published anything against Bushiri anymore? I almost called him Jubril. All right. Now, I also noticed that for quite some reasons I do not understand. I really don't know, how come everything came to a stop. And in fact, they are actually beginning to endorse Bushiri and his wife. And there is a post also by somebody, who is said to be the admin of the Ugly Truth page, that tends to a kind of apologize to Bushiri. The post was apologetic in nature, a form of restitution to the man. And so I've actually not paid closer attention as to the reason why there was, or there is, a kind of change of tone when it came to Bushiri, by that Ugly Truth page. Because someone like me, when I started newly, like last year all through, I got majority of the information, the videos and the audios, leaked audio conversation of Bushiri and whoever, from that Ugly Truth page. I haven't gone back to see if they have done a kind of cleansing, maybe to mop up those posts. If they're still there, I wouldn't know. But suddenly they stopped talking about Bushiri. They are not talking about him in bad light now. They are actually trying to, cash up with the bad trend of the negative posts that they did on him. So I wouldn't know why, because I didn't have enough evidence and I have nothing to report on that. But recently I saw, many of you may know A.S. Davids, and on his page there are some things and quite a lot of informations on the man Bushiri, because he was an ex-son, spiritual son of Bushiri. And so from him, I got a hint. And in fact, it was from his page that I saw the post of Prof X, where he was trying to endorse Bushiri, trying to blame himself and others who probably have spoken against Bushiri in the past. And we all remember, if you remember quite well, that J. Israel, throughout his campaign against false prophets, had Bushiri, Alf Lukau, and Hubert Angel as the major, persons of his attack, because he claimed to have worked with these people. But somehow there is an audio where Bushiri said he met with J. Israel and also spoke with Prophet before he ran away to Malawi. I'm going to play that audio video to you, and I wouldn't know if that has in any way, whether it had to do with the change of tone and direction from the Ugly Truth page. Sometimes last year as well, Solomon came out to accuse J. Israel of being the mastermind of that page. Jay came out to deny it. Fish, I don't have to pin anything on him. He said he wasn't running the Ugly Truth page. And so I just have to stop it at that. but there is permutations that is like Bushiri had paid J Israel and Prof X, and that is why Prof X has stopped, talking about, or Ugly Page rather, has stopped talking about it. So when Prof X is linked or mentioned in the conversation, you know that he is mentioned because of the link with him of Ugly Truth Page. So here is the audio conversation.
Yeah. I've paid even J Israel. I'll talk to you as a brother. I spoke to prophets, all these guys. I have met them. I don't know if you know J Israel. I don't know if you know prophets. The guys from Zimbabwe. I think you would, more especially J Israel, you would know him because he was the son of Prophet Angel. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have met him myself before coming to Malawi. I actually met him, and I told him one statement. I want you.
Yeah, somewhere in that audio was not actually clear, but I've listened to some persons that said that what Bushiri said there was that he paid them, that he gave them money. But what I heard clearly was that he spoke with them. He spoke with J. Israel as a brother before he Bushiri left for Malawi. Maybe I'll have to play that part to you again.
Yeah. I've paid even J. Israel. I'll talk to you as a brother. I spoke to prophets, all these guys. I have met them. I don't know if you know J. Israel. I don't know if you know prophets. The guys from Zimbabwe. I think you would, more especially J. Israel, you would know him because he was the son of Prophet Angel. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have met him myself before coming to Malawi. I actually met him, and I told him one statement. I want you.
So, even though I don't have anything on J. Israel to talk about on this, but do you think that that makes sense? Do you think that Bushiri paid Ugly Truth? Because it is looking like so. It's looking like some cash exchanged hands for a form of image laundering, because I'm going to give you some of the posts that you found on that page, something like this. I'm going to read everything out to you, what the poster wrote, and then from there you look at this caption. If you don't read it, you'll be like, what happened? This is certainly speaking against Bushiri, but when you read the content, you'll find out that it was actually a PR. It was a serious image laundering that is being done for Bushiri here. And then this other one that is explaining in details why they have stopped making posts on him. Now, why? The question is, how come it is now that they have suddenly realized that those coming out talking against Bushiri are people without evidence? They had no evidence at that time, but then you obliged them your platform and they posted those things on the platform. You see, at this end, I'm almost wanting to, go with Solomon on one fact that whoever is behind the Ugly Truth page probably is actually using it for business. If there is a dirty deal on you and you pay them, they collect the money, and sometimes we don't continue with the story depending on how much you pay. So meanwhile, I do not know much. I will be leaving it here like this, and I want you to react to this. The sudden turnaround, the sudden change of tone by that Ugly Truth page. In fact, their truth seemed to be getting uglier, because I wouldn't know what has suddenly happened that made Bushiri this good man, this saint, irrespective of the lives that have been damaged, those that were duped, those that monies were taken from them, and so many of them, some lost their families, some lost their lives, their lives are never the same any longer. And this man abandoned, all the investments in South Africa and ran away, to Malawi. Yet, well, let me stop it here. I want to get your confirmation. I mean, your comment, react to it, whatever you think it is. Actually, as per that audio, I have no doubt that that was Bushiri. In others, somebody can come up here and say it was not Bushiri, but on that, I know exactly that that was Bushiri. So anyway, while we wait for things to unfold naturally, I specifically want to say that I don't want to talk about things I don't know. For a very long time now, since J. Israel came back after the suicide note that he left, on his page, he has actually minded his business. We saw him the other time going to a church to preach, and so he has not been talking about anybody. So I wouldn't conclude that the reason why he has not been talking about Bushiri now is because he has been paid. Meanwhile, I'm not saying no, that he was not paid or that he was paid, but just that his silence on the Bushiri saga wouldn't be enough reason to pin any payment on him, as in because he has not been talking about anybody. When it was hot that last year, it was actually Aflukau, Bushiri, Hubert Angel, and then sporadically he picks other men on. But this time around, he has been quiet. He has not been talking about anybody. So meanwhile, I am neutral. I am not saying Jay was paid or that Jay was not paid, but my main attention is shifted to the man who seems everybody has come to agree that he is the person behind the ugly truth page, and he also on his personal account has written to endorse Bushiri. I think this is where the searchlight should be turned to. Well, anyway, having said everything that I have said, I'm also wondering why the audio was not long enough. I was wondering why it was cut short the way it was done, because remember this thing, nobody here is my target. I have no target, so we have to actually balance this thing. So I wouldn't know why it was cut short. Probably the other details would have clarified what he was trying to pass across there. But the truth remains that the sudden change of tone by the administrators of the ugly truth page leaves a lot, for people to question, and they wonder why, even though they have tried to explain why to me, and for me as well, that does not actually hold enough water. Well, I don't know much. I hope that you may probably gain more insight and give us your understanding of the whole thing in the comment section. I'll be seeing you in the next video. Please share the video if you think it is worth sharing, and subscribe to our channel, like the video if you do, and may the good Lord preserve you. From me to you, shalom. Till I come your way again in the next video, stay out of troubles. Bye for now.